Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about XRP. So XRP did rally into the resistance area, hasn't really broken it. So the idea is still that we have a good chance to go down lower. However, there's a small change to the micro level I would like to make. Bear in mind, we are still looking here at a possible impulse to the downside, in this yellow wave count in the primary scenario. However, this needs to be revised if price breaks above 56.5 cents. Very important. Above that high, which was actually, first of all, it is the 88.7 retracement, fib retracement of the move to the downside. So a break above that is definitely too high for reliable wave 2 pullback. So it would be something different, something more bullish, not necessarily bullish per se, but more bullish. And that is basically this swing high and the 88.7 fib level, so the high that was made on the 13th of June. Since then we got rejected, obviously have been coming down fairly impulsively, and the idea is now to figure out, okay, where are we? So far my wave count, and I go to the 1 hour chart to explain better. So far my wave count assumed that we had a wave 1, a wave 2, a very shallow wave 2 though, and this here was the wave 3. But it fell short of the ideal target, okay? So it didn't go down as much as I wanted. It is a valid third wave. It is a valid impulse, okay? With a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern with the wave 4 as a triangle. Looked quite good, actually. However, I'm annoyed that the third wave didn't quite reach the target. It should have gone a little lower, okay? It should have gone a little lower. And the problem now, if this is the count, this would be a wave 4 pullback, okay? This would be a wave 4 pullback. However, the problem is that for a wave 4, this moved up a little bit too much. So we have a wave 3 that was a little short, a wave 4 that's a little bit too strong. That tells me something's not quite right here, even though you get all sorts of distortions, especially on the lower time frames, especially in crypto. I think it's not quite right. I think overall, you know, the wave count here is okay with the third wave, a fourth, and a fifth. It looks like a fourth wave. This looks like some kind of a third wave down. But I think we have to lose a wave degree. I think we have to lose a wave degree, which means, and I talked about that in the previous video, that it might be a 1-2-1-2 setup. But instead of having a 1-2-1-2, I'm going to go with this. Looking at the subwave structure, I think it is likely to say that this was just a wave 1 leading diagonal. Yeah. It's also not a perfect count, but it just makes more sense taking the latest decline into the latest increase into account, because this is not impulsive. It looks corrective, but the move down here, yeah, is a 5-wave move in my opinion. So we had a wave 1, a very long wave 1. It doesn't happen very often, yeah, that you get such a long wave 1, but it's possible. So we had here a leading diagonal. You had a bit of a wedge pattern there, leading diagonal with a very weak wave 2. A third wave down, typical third wave behavior. A wave 4 didn't cut into the wave 1 and the wave 5. Checking for the rules of Elliott Wave, wave 3 is not the shortest, all good. Wave 4 didn't cut into the wave 2 price action, into wave 1, all good, okay? So we can go with that count. That's how I would go with, what I would go with at this stage. And then what we're dealing with on the way down was overall a wave 1, okay? So these 5 waves completed a wave 1. And we could now be moving up in a wave 2. So let me just adjust the wave degree. And then, so like that, right? And then we are looking now at a wave 2 pullback. And overall, it would make sense overall in terms of where that yellow third wave should land at some point. So something like that. So that means we're now in a wave 2 pullback, which means, first of all, I'm going to take out that massive red resistance area. Don't need that anymore. And I also take the small one out here, which was for the wave 4, because if we're now in a wave 2, we deal with something different. So that means we can now identify the ideal target range for a wave 2 pullback. And we know, okay, if price goes above that level, then something more bullish is probably going on. So I'm going to give you wave 2 retracement targets. This is sort of the ideal target range for a wave 2. Doesn't need to get there, but it is sort of the resistance area, right? So that means typically in a wave 2 you would not expect a break above the 78.6 retracement. We talk here about 54.1 0.15 cents. I just gave you in the beginning a sort of invalidation point, but this is basically, if price gets above that level, basically you can assume invalidation will happen. So ideally either at 51 cents, 52.3 or 54.15, price will get rejected and head down. That it's going down in a third wave would be confirmed by a break below the wave 1 low at 45.7 cents. So yeah, I think we have a better count now. Looking at this as a 1-2 setup to the downside. The move up looks very corrective. Bit hard to identify a micro count at this stage, so I just leave it like that. Best to understand where price could go and what the possible invalidation points are, and the points where probabilities are shifting. And then eventually, based on this wave count, it should head down lower. Now, is this a count that will definitely work out? I don't think so. XRP is one which is not crystal clear. Just has to do with the situation that we had a lot of corrective wave structures here. We had a WXY structure to the upside of the June low into March, yeah, which completed, in my opinion, a B wave top. And now we are heading down in a C wave, which should go below the June low. So we talk about prices below the 28 cent level, ideally, okay? But it's not guaranteed. Therefore, we have our invalidation point, which is that, what did I say here, the last swing high at 56.5 cents, 56.6 cents. Break above that would do the following to this wave count. It would be more bullish, yes. All that would happen, in my opinion, it would be a reset of the B wave. And then we talk about prices all the way up to around about 73 cents. So yeah, I'll keep you updated about that. Hope you liked the update about XRP. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.